Hello, beautiful souls. Today is a juicy video. Definitely stay tuned all the way to the end. I'm going to be talking about the one mistake that everyone is making, or at least makes, on their twin flame journey or in their journey to attracting their ultimate lover, their ultimate partner. Whatever you resonate with. I resonate on the twin flame journey. Most people are like, I just want my specific person. Turns out, if you're healing and doing your inner work and you're really truly being your authentic self, you are already attracting your true twin flame. So I want to talk on the one mistake that people will make on their journey. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I would be making that mistake here a time or two. And I've had to really refocus and bring my focus back onto myself and recognize that everyone is me pushed out. That is just the law of attraction, law of assumption. And in truth, your twin flame is going to be the one person who mirrors you at all times. Other people will mirror aspects of you, but your true twin flame is going to mirror you at all times. It never turns off. There will never, ever be a time where they're not mirroring you. So, do you want to know what the one mistake is? The one mistake that people tend to make on their twin flame journey is they blame their twin flame for why they're not in a relationship, for why their twin flame's not committing to them, or why their twin flame's not talking to them, or whatever it is. They're ignoring me, they're dating someone else, they act like I don't even exist, whatever it is. They tend to blame their twin flame for why these things are occurring. And I have done this many times, especially when my twin flame is either not treating me like a friend, or he acts like I don't exist every once in a while, or when he doesn't communicate with me. And I tend to take it personally. But this is something that is taught in the law of attraction and law of assumption, but also taught by my gurus, Jeff and Shalia, in Twin Flame Ascension School, is that it's really important that you do not take personally what your twin flame is doing or saying in your reality, because they're always mirroring to you at all times. And so you could be like, I don't understand. I'm not ignoring myself. I'm not talking to myself. Like, how is it that my twin flame is mirroring me doing these things if I am with myself all the time and I'm always communicating with myself? Like, I would never treat myself the way my twin flame treats me. I've been there, totally get it. But every time I do the mirror exercise and I actually go to the core of it and I heal, I can see exactly where my twin flame was mirroring to me what I was doing within myself, or pointing to this place within myself that desired love, but that I was looking to him to fulfill it instead of going to God to fulfill it. Your twin flame is always going to point to you where you need love in that space. And they're always going to point you back to God, because they are not your source. And so, excuse me, I just had nachos. Anyways, so I come to the realization that there has been times where I have been like sitting in what I would call a tantrum for like 3 weeks because I'm upset with my twin flame. And I think that if I just like give him space and kind of just let him be, that maybe he'll miss me or whatever it is. But when I really sat with that, one, it felt really bad because it's a very soulmate tendency. But two, it's because those kind of mind games don't work. And when I realized it was a mind game, it made me just kind of sad, because that's not what I want my relationship or my union to look like. And so I had to just take a step back and really observe my feelings. And that's actually what I was really upset about, was that my twin flame was avoiding me and didn't seem to want to talk with me. And so I was thinking, well, I'm not avoiding myself and I'm talking to myself. But what my ascension coach helped me see was that I was avoiding my feelings around how I felt about it. I just felt really angry and upset and hurt, but I wasn't actually moving through the feelings and giving to myself what I needed. I was expecting him to give to me in that space before I gave to myself, or went to God and got that from God. And so the mirror exercise, of course, would look like I am upset with my twin flame because they're avoiding me or ignoring me. Step two would be reversing it around. I'm upset with myself because I'm avoiding myself and I'm ignoring myself. And when you go to step 3, it's always going to be yes, because if you're experiencing upset, step 3 is always yes. And then step 4 is finding that part of yourself that is ignoring yourself or avoiding yourself. Now, one of the things that people get stuck on step 4 is they're trying to like literally find where they're doing it. What we mean by that is just find that part of you that is ignoring you and avoiding you. You don't have to ask them why they're doing it. If it comes up, it comes up. But you don't have to go digging for it. You just find that part of you that feels ignored and avoided. And then you give them all of the love there. Ask them exactly what they need to feel loved there. And you give it to yourself until you feel peaceful. For me, it was that I was avoiding feeling the feeling of rejection. I was avoiding feeling like I wasn't wanted or loved in this space. And that is what literally continued the tantrum I was sitting in for 3 weeks, because I was like, well, if he cared about me, he would call me back. If he really like saw me as a friend, he would at least like communicate with me. But when I reverse those things, if I really saw myself as a friend, I would make sure that I was moving through all my feelings until I fully felt peaceful. If I really cared about myself, I would move through my feelings and give myself all that I needed without needing it outside of myself. I hope that makes sense. So, the biggest mistake that people tend to make on their twin flame journey is blaming their twin flame. And you and your twin flame are not separate. You literally make the same core choice. Even when it looks like me and my twin flame may not even be twin flames, and then I heal something, the man literally is the only person who mirrors it back to me or who meets me in that space to where I'm just like, okay, I cannot deny this anymore. I can't ignore what God is showing me. And this is something that's really important, is that you truly respect and listen to what God is showing you. I could be like, God, you're showing me that this person is my twin flame, but at the same time, he's acting like an asshole, or he's acting like aloof, or he's being avoidant, and this is not my twin flame. And God's like, but he is. And then I could sit here and fight with God and like be upset about it, or I can just completely surrender, look at what he's showing me, and then go to God to heal it. And once I do that, I feel so much better. And the beauty part of it is that I never really ever have to take it to my twin flame. Every once in a while, the conversation will come up and I'll share with him what I moved through. And he'll be like, oh, I didn't even know you were upset about that. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I healed it. So I don't have to like bring it all to him and always tell him about every upset that I have. But if I do find that it continues to reoccur, I will totally bring it up just to set a boundary and be like, hey, like I deserve to be treated in this way. And this is how I choose to treat myself. And since he's my true twin flame, he usually meets me in that space. Always meets me in that space. So it's always important that you're very honest about how you feel, that you're very honest with your twin flame about how you feel. And sometimes they may not even be aware that they're doing it, but it may be a pattern that they continue playing out. And you can just gently point it out to them and help discipline them in that space so that they can make a new choice there to really start seeing how they're treating people. And then if they're treating people in a certain way, they most likely get treated in the same way, which is something I've recognized with my twin flame, where he'll get upset that people do a certain thing. Like, for instance, like upset that he calls someone that's important to him and they don't like call him back, or they don't respond to him, or whatever it is. And then does the same exact thing to me, and I'm just like, do you see, like, you're the core denominator of this problem here. So there's times where it is important to point out things very lovingly, very kindly, not, hey, you're doing this and this is why this is happening to you. Be like, hey, you don't like when that happens? Is there anywhere where you may do that to other people, or where you do that to yourself? That kind of way. You always want to point out from a place of love, not a place of blaming. So you'll really want to look at any place where you blame other people for the way that you feel. In truth, no one can make you feel any type of way unless you give over your power. So claim your power back. Remember who you are. Stand in your truth. Do the mirror exercise. And when you truly and fully love yourself there, you will find that the situation clears up, either no longer bothers you, or it's completely dissolved. But it is really important that you truly honor the fact that they are your twin flame and they are mirroring to you and showing you at all times where, of course, you're loving yourself, but where you're also not loving yourself. So really important not to take it personally. Really important not to continue blaming them because they are you. So in truth, you're blaming yourself. And that's also another place that you want to really start healing, is looking at the places where you're blaming yourself. I've done this before where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have done whatever is coming up. But in truth, everything happens perfectly, and it's safe to fully and truly trust the process. So give yourself the space and just the time to heal and really look at these places, really honor yourself in your union, and truly love yourself here, and know that there is nothing that you can't heal with. There's nothing you can't heal use without. Oh gosh, there's nothing you can't heal using the mirror exercises. So I hope this is helpful. If you would like more support in this space, definitely please reach out. I really love being able to help people clear their blocks and their upsets with their true twin flame, because in truth, you are meant to be in harmonious union with your twin flame. You're actually already in harmonious union with your twin flame. You're just clearing all the illusions and the blocks that you're not. And you're also just healing separation consciousness in your mind. So I really recommend only entertaining thoughts of you and your twin flame together. If that's not something you can do right now, that's okay. That just means there's some healing to do there. But you are meant to be with your twin flame, and you're meant to come together naturally. So definitely check out my link below. Definitely like and subscribe. Send it to a friend if you think they need to hear it, because everyone deserves to be with their true twin flame. And I will see you guys soon. Peace, love, and faith. Bye bye.